Today we have another new host. Today Nate Breisinger joins me. Nate, welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me. I mean, it's kind of upsetting that I have to fill in for the beloved Ethan Morrison, who's on assignment today for RMU Central Media, but I'm happy to be here.
Well, Nate, today we have a great show for you guys. We talk all things going on at Pittsburgh and RMU's campus. Nate has a great package and interview with Hannah Cisney, who is a Colonial Ambassador, and we give our places to be. But first, we have some breaking news. Nate, what is it?
To start the show today with this breaking news, regarding a new and approved treatment for the coronavirus, the U.S. Food and Drug Administration released yesterday that they have approved the antiviral drug Veklury, or remdesivir, wow, hard drug to say, for treatment for people hospitalized by COVID-19. Not only is this a big step in treating the virus, but also is good news for places like colleges and universities that hope to reopen fully in the near future. And then speaking on colleges and universities, RMU has just released that they will be approximately testing 100 students per week regarding the coronavirus. You will get your results. The testing takes 15 minutes. You will get your results in 24 to 48 hours. And this is actually required. You are required to participate in this if you are called upon. And now it is actually just going to be, they're making a change to how the testing is going on. It's going to be quick swab, but like I said, quick results within a day or two. And students are required to participate if they receive an email. And once you do get an email, you will go down to the UPMC My Health Center down in the Jefferson building on campus. So this will definitely help as students, as the campus as a whole will try to move along on combating this virus and keeping people in quarantine and students getting the virus to a minimum.
Speaking of Robert Morris, last week the Political Science Club held a meeting on Thursday from 6 to 7. It was held online. The club discussed many things such as international relations. The Students' Alliance for Equality held pumpkin painting on Thursday at the gazebo from 5 to 6. Everyone was asked to bring their supplies. Social distancing was followed. And the American Sign Language Club held a meeting on Tuesday. It was from 7 to 8. It was held online. The club learned about Halloween and customer service.
So as you just touched on what happened last week, coming up this weekend at Robert Morris, Sigma Tau Gamma will be hosting a 24-hour run to end drunk driving. During this event, one of the brothers will be walking or running at all times for 24 straight hours. They will be taking virtual donations as this event will take place on the Nicholson front lawn, starting at 5 p.m. today and ending tomorrow at 5 p.m. Also happening this weekend in the Robert Morris area, students can volunteer with the Coriopolis Shade Tree Commission on Saturday at 9 a.m. This event is organized by Robert Morris. Participants will meet at Riverfront Park and then walk through the community, cleaning up any litter and trash.
Speaking of what's going on this weekend at Robert Morris, this week in Pittsburgh, the My Hockey Classic makes its return to Pittsburgh. See, the best youth ice hockey team has to offer. It's a great way to get your name out there. For hockey, it starts today and ends Sunday. The Oakland 5K Tour is Sunday to 10 to 11. See the campus of Pitt and Carnegie Mellon and the parks and neighborhoods. A great way to see the sights and sounds of Pittsburgh. And finally, the Row House Drive-In will be showing Beetlejuice, Tim Burton's classic. It will be shown tomorrow at 6:30. Come out and watch the film.
So as you mentioned, as we've talked about what is going on campus this coming week and what has happened last week, in just a few hours, the John Jay dining venue will be closed for the rest of the semester. And honestly, it is pretty saddening as another location is closing. As we saw the grill on Nicholson closed just a few weeks ago. Another option taken away from students. Colby, what are your thoughts on that?
I'm absolutely heartbroken. I love the John Jay Center. I really enjoyed their pasta. Me and my friends went, and actually tonight we're going to go for dinner to celebrate it one last time.
The Last Supper.
It's very heartbreaking. I can't believe it's closing.
Yeah, for myself though, I have not been able to make it there, even though I should have, because I wish I would have tried their pasta and their options there. And especially to go visit one of our own, Wyatt Fiedler. That would have been just a great experience as he would have cooked us some pasta. But, you know, it's closing and we will not see it for the rest of the semester.
That is true, but on a lighter note, the pasta is coming to the PNC Cafe if you are missing out on it.
Sounds good. For the latest news, arts and entertainment, and sports going on around RMU, make sure to check out RMU Century Media on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. To stay up to date on all things happening around campus, you can check out the website at rmucenturymedia.com. And today, one of our own, Ethan Morrison, and a crew with him went out to West Mifflin as they plan on covering the Mike Pence rally out there. And when we come back, I will be sitting down with Colonial Ambassador Hannah Cesny. Stay with us here on RMU Focus.
Over. Chance high five. All right.
When you adopt a shelter pet, you discover all the things that make them unique.
And your mother and... I am totally a hot person. Right, guys? Thanks for being honest.
They're a little bit of a lot of things, but they're all pure love. Adopt pure love at theshelterpetproject.org.
Multiple studies have shown that marijuana can slow both driver reaction and response time, which can be really dangerous. He's here. He's here. Wait. What? I can't drive. Why? My. Oh.
Stand is precise, no margin for error.
Dare to forget that. Dare to have fun with it. Get weird with it. Dare to send those old STEM theories flying past the neighbor's house into outer space. Dare to program something internet-breaking, record-breaking. Dare to blow their minds. Dare to learn the difference between sedimentary and metamorphic rock. Go find those rocks. Dare to keep daring. Dare to STEM. Check out She Can STEM to get started.
Welcome back to RMU Focus. Nate is with Hannah Cesny, who is a Colonial Ambassador. Nate, what do you have for us?
Thanks, Colby. I'm sitting down here with sophomore Hannah Cesny, who is currently a Colonial Ambassador. Thanks for joining me today, Hannah.
You're welcome.
Off the top, what is the whole sort of idea behind being a Colonial Ambassador, and what do you guys do?
The main thing we really do is just give tours on campus. We just try to inform like incoming students or transfer students on mainly like student life and like aspects of that, just because it's not normally like shown unless they see it in person. And we also inform them on some financial stuff.
When you're taking these people on tours and you're talking about, like you said, student life, what are some of the things you highlight in terms of talking about student life? And is there anything that you specifically like to tell students?
We mainly talk about like the different classes you're going to take, where you could be taking them, all the clubs and organizations on campus. Since I'm a part of Greek life, I usually try to bring that up just because I know a lot about it. We talk about residence halls and just other like fun things to do on campus.
So when you're taking people on tours, what are some of the places you visit?
Well, for a typical tour route, we will go through Nicholson and the different like eating areas there and the different like classrooms and stuff like Hopwood. We'll also go to Res Hall. We have like a specific room in Monroe that we go to show them. We also just like show them around campus. Like we'll show them Hale, all the other like academic buildings and stuff like that. So just like the normal places that you would see on campus, that's where we take them around.
Yeah, and I do remember going on my own tour and seeing some of those places, like you said, going to the specific room in Monroe. So it's interesting that you're on the other side of things now. And tell me, how did you get involved in becoming Colonial Ambassador?
Well, I just knew that I wanted to be involved with something on campus, like other than just being a part of Zeta. Just I wanted to do other things. So when I like realized that, like I just thought giving tours would be cool, honestly, and just like an easy way to be involved on campus. So that's pretty much the only reason I did it.
So when you came on your tour back before freshman year, was this something that, and going into freshman year, was this a position that you looked to fulfill?
Actually, yeah, I like have been interested in it like right when I came onto campus, just because I thought it was a cool position to have and just like an easy thing to do. So yeah.
My parents, when we went on the tour, said, hey, that's something you should try to do too. And I never got involved, but it's definitely a good thing to, it boosts your communication skills, stuff like that.
Exactly.
And going on those tours, what is one of your favorite spots to take people?
I would say my favorite spot to take people would probably be just around Nicholson, just because there's so many different like things in Nicholson that you can talk about and just to show people. Specifically the education area, because I am an education major and I know a lot about it. So it's nice to just like take students there so that they can see like something that I'm passionate about that I can explain to them.
Yeah, when I was on, I see a lot of the tours walking around up here at the AMC or even up in Nicholson, up in the Rotunda, because I like to sit up there, do some homework, and I always hear when Colonial ambassadors bring a tour through, they say, this is one of the best views on campus up in the Rotunda looking out throughout the campus. When you're on the tour, is there any area on campus that people sort of don't know about that you guys like to talk about?
I would say probably up like in the business building, like whenever you give a business tour, they don't really know that like we're like accredited. I don't remember the specific acronym, but our business department's like really good. And then just like the other, it's not like a specific place that they don't know, it's just like the meanings or like the stuff behind them, I guess.
Yeah, there's a lot that goes into the business school.
Yeah.
That, you know, I agree, people don't know a lot about. So one of the begging questions that I wanted to ask during the interview is, have you gotten a chance to drive the Bobbymobile?
I haven't, unfortunately. I'm so disappointed because of COVID. They're not having a lot of people drive it right now. And hopefully, like as restrictions will hopefully like get less restrictive, I guess, I don't know. I'll be able to learn how to drive it, but I really hope soon.
So, and for the last question, how does someone become involved in being a Colonial ambassador?
They send out an email, I believe. There might be one coming out soon for next semester. I'm not 100% sure, but you get an email and then you can go to an information session, and then from there you fill out your application and then just see what happens.
And that's all for our interview. Thank you, Hannah, for joining me today.
You're welcome.
And let's send it back over to Colby. What do you have for us?
Thank you, Nate and Hannah, for a really great interview. Are you passionate RMU sports fans? Well, we have just the place for you. Colonial Sports Network is your home for everything Robert Morris Athletics. From Joe Walton Stadium to the UPMC Event Center, North Athletic Complex, and over to the Island, where the writers and the video crew at CSN will keep you up to date with the latest news and highlights as RMU makes its transition to the Horizon League, MAC, and the Big South. Coming up after the break, we have another great package for you. Stay with us.
If you need to do something to feel okay to drive, you're not okay to drive. Don't drive buzzed.
Maybe you can make retirement happen. After all, you made her college years happen. Opening that education savings account when she was little. Spearheading a campus tour. And another, and another, and another, and another. Bam! Deciphering financial aid. She was like, what? And now she's like, you aced planning for college. Now get the tips you need to get on track at aceyourretirement.org.
Jason, let's go see your room.
How was it? Is it good?
Things could be stranger, but I don't know how. I'm going through changes now. Could spend a lifetime trying to figure it out. I'm going through changes, through all of the strangeness. I'm going through changes. now.
Welcome back to RMU Focus. Our producer, Austin Bechtold, talked with a few freshmen about their experience at RMU so far.
While dealing with the coronavirus pandemic has been difficult for returning students, it has also been difficult for new students here at Robert Morris University. Students at Adams Hall are starting to reflect on their first half semester here on campus. Freshman computer science major Ray Thomas pointed to the meal plan as one thing that he likes this semester.
Yeah, I think the meal plan is pretty good. I know it's been changed since the previous years. You know, I think the food's pretty good. The dining dollars are, I've been using my dining dollars up too, and you know, I've been going to the cafe a lot, and I think the meal plan's fine.
Freshman secondary English education major Paige Jubick also likes the meal plan, but wishes there was more communication from the university's standpoint.
I was kind of upset that they didn't tell us in advance, because I was kind of confused when I got to campus about how the meal plans were working, but it wasn't that big of a deal.
Thomas said that learning in a pandemic has definitely been difficult.
You know, with COVID, it's pretty hard to like learn online, like do the hybrid classes, and like, you know, hear the teachers with the masks. So I'd like to see more like in-person classes. I understand that's a difficult thing to do.
Jubick said that the low number of coronavirus cases reported at Robert Morris has surprised her.
I think the most surprising thing is like the low cases of COVID. I think that like that was just kind of like unbelievable that like we were able to manage it so well.
Jubick has one request, even though she knows it's not possible.
Well, can we just get rid of the masks?
As week 7 rolls along here on campus, students are bracing up for midterms and the rest of the first semester. Students will leave campus after week 12 of the semester and remain home after Thanksgiving break, with weeks 13 and 14 in preparation for week 15 as finals week. For RMU Century Media, I'm Austin Bechtold.
You know, it was really interesting to see what some of the freshmen had to say involving some topics on campus right now. But Colby, you're a freshman. What are your thoughts so far of the school year?
So when I came in after having senior year cut short, I didn't have really high expectations for doing things with friends or anything. But I think Robert Morris has been doing the best they can with what we have to. You know, there are events going on through campus, and getting involved definitely was a good idea because you get to meet new people and get to do fun things. So it's been interesting so far. I've liked it. What do you think?
Yeah, it's definitely been a much different scenario from our freshman year and then getting it cut short, and then this year with the dining options and the virus.
Well, if you can't get enough of hearing Nate and I speak all the time, then check out RMU Radio. You can find upcoming shows such as Crunch Time, hosted by Ethan Morrison and I, Baldwin and the Berg featuring Nate and Austin, and Where's the News? You can listen to RMU Radio by downloading the FX app or go on your smartphone or other device to support the student-run media here at Robert Morris. And if you can't catch the live shows, download the Podbeam app to listen to the podcast version of the show. When we come back, Nate caught up with some RMU students about what they love about fall, and stay with us.
Doesn't see race. Love is love.
What are you doing in there?
What's that?
I wouldn't do that. What are you doing? What are you looking for?
How prepared is your family if a hurricane shows up at your doorstep, or a flood, or a blizzard? You can't just turn away a natural disaster. That's why it's important to go to ready.gov/plan now. It has the tools and tips you need to make an emergency plan with your family. So if disaster comes knocking,
let's go.
You'll be ready to help keep your family safe.
It's just a pizza.
Make a plan today.
Welcome back to RMU Focus. Nate talked with some students about their favorite things about fall and what they do to plan before fall ends.
As students and faculty make their way across campus, it is not hard to miss the prevalence of the fall season. The once ever so green trees now don several different shades of red, yellow, and orange, making for a beautiful landscape across Robert Morris. As people turn onto Colonial Way, it is a cannot miss of the red leaves lining the road, making for a peaceful and aesthetically pleasing drive. Taking a walk through campus will leave you with a breathtaking view of this year's fall foliage. Also, cooler weather has swept the area, causing people to make a change in their wardrobe. Many people argue that fall is the best out of the 4 seasons. I was able to talk with some students about what they like most about the fall season.
I get to wear jackets and, I don't know, leaves change colors.
Definitely the weather. I really enjoy sweatshirt weather. It's nice.
Favorite part about fall is the tree color changes, the snow that comes down, the cool weathers, sweatpants season, and the food, man. Definitely the food.
When asked about what activities they like to do during the fall season, students had a wide variety of answers, including taking a trip to a haunted house or picking and carving pumpkins.
Big fan of haunted houses. Definitely going to try and get to a few this year. Don't know what they're going to be doing with the whole COVID and everything.
I like to go to haunted houses, but obviously that's not happening this year. And pick pumpkins. Yeah, I'm scared of everything, so I like to go to the pumpkin patches.
Probably going on hikes. It's probably the best time in the fall.
Football around Thanksgiving. Love football around Thanksgiving. And just going to the Steelers games as well.
Even though this fall season has been heavily affected by COVID-19, students still plan on making the most out of the next few weeks.
Hopefully I can go to a pumpkin patch with my nephew. Take him to a pumpkin patch, see some pumpkins, hopefully carve some pumpkins up with some kids, do some charitable work around Pittsburgh.
Probably go pick pumpkins, and I really want to watch The Nightmare Before Christmas with someone, but everyone doesn't want to. I will watch that with you, and I want to carve pumpkins.
Another great option to experience the fall weather along with the breathtaking views is to take a road trip to the countless number of fall foliage hotspots in western Pennsylvania. One place in particular is McConnell's Mill State Park, just 45 minutes north of Robert Morris University. This destination captures the changing the leaves perfectly, as the area is filled with several different stunning backdrops, including the mill itself, as the slippery rock creek rushes right past it. Also, the covered bridge offers the perfect photo opportunity and drive-through to complete your day at the park. McConnell's Mill additionally offers leaf-covered paths for a quiet adventure along the water. McConnell's Mill State Park is one of the areas that encompasses the fall foliage at a beautiful level. And as fall continues to progress, make sure you get out and enjoy the leaves, picking pumpkins, or any other fall activity that may entice you. For Century Media, I'm Nathan Brasinger.
Thank you, Nate, for a really great package.
Yeah, it was really cool to catch up with some students on campus, get their sort of breakdown of what they would like to do during the fall season before it comes to a close. And last week, you and Ethan discussed about taking your group to go pumpkin picking. Did you guys end up doing that?
No, we ended up not doing that. We did have a couple plans for the weekend, and everybody canceled on us. So it'd be a little weird if it was just me and Ethan.
Oh, shame on them. All right, to get even more RMU-TV related content, be sure to follow up with our other shows. For the latest on arts and entertainment, you can watch RMU Extra Mondays at 7. Have a laugh with an SNL-like show featuring your favorite RMU students, Wednesdays at 5 for RMU Live. Or check out the latest and greatest in RMU sports on Colonial Sports Center, Thursdays at 9:30. On Friday, be sure to stay up to date on all things on and around campus by tuning in here to RMU Focus at 1. After the break, me and Ethan will be, or Colby, will be discussing our places to be. Stay with us.
Over. Chance high five. All right.
When you adopt a shelter pet, you discover all the things that make them unique.
And your mother and... I am totally a hat person. Right, guys? Thanks for being honest.
They're a little bit of a lot of things, but they're all pure love. Adopt pure love at theshelterpetproject.org.
Multiple studies have shown that marijuana can slow both driver reaction and response time, which can be really dangerous. He's here. He's here. Wait. What? I can't drive. Why? My. Oh.
Stem is precise, no margin for error.
Dare to forget that. Dare to have fun with it. Get weird with it. Dare to send those old STEM theories flying past the neighbor's house into outer space. Dare to program something internet-breaking, record-breaking. Dare to blow their minds. Dare to learn the difference between sedimentary and metamorphic rock. Go find those rocks. Dare to keep daring. Dare to STEM. Check out She Can STEM to get started.
Welcome back to RMU Focus. With Halloween weekend just a week away, there are plenty of things that you can still do, such as sitting down and watching some spooky movies. Hocus Pocus is always a great option to watch as the three Sanderson sisters attempt to rekindle their witch powers and steal back the spell book from Max Dennison. Also, movies like Halloween Town and Beetlejuice are great choices to get yourself in the spooky mood. Friday the 13th is a scary movie, but nonetheless a must-watch during the Halloween season. All of these movies are selections that are worth watching to get you into the Halloween spirit.
Next week at RMU on October 26th, the Sports Management Association will be having a meeting with Aaron Cohen. Aaron Cohen will be speaking about his career in sports management from the Pittsburgh Pirates to the Tampa Bay Rays and Lightning, and how he became the CEO and founder of Cohen Collab. It will begin at 6 to 7. And the Italian Club will be hosting a trivia night on Tuesday, October 27th from 4 to 5. A fun way to quiz the members on everything Italian, and they get to win prizes. And the MDA will be having a cornhole and can jam tournament on Saturday, October 31st, Halloween, from 12 to 3, hosted by Kappa Kappa Psi.
Just like a majority of the show, we talked about a lot of things going on fall-wise. As Pittsburgh is amping up their fall festivities, we highlight some more events going on this weekend and throughout the week. During this week, you can participate in the virtual Halloween costume contest held by the Edward P. Kanaya Funeral Home. Winners for this event will be based off the number of likes on their social media posts, and winners will receive prizes. Also, this weekend, Halloween will be taking place at the National Aviary. Kids can trick-or-treat around the venue as well as meet some of the owls on display. And this Sunday, the Fall Fest and market at the terminal and the Strip District will be taking place. Be sure to check this event out for some small shopping and tasty treats. And for this weekend, my place to be is Heinz Field for the Pitt versus Notre Dame game, which is just an absolutely big contest between the Pitt Panthers hosting the number 3 Notre Dame Fighting Irish. Notre Dame comes in with an undefeated record, and they're coming off a very small win over Louisville, 12-7. But Pitt has a great defense, and this matchup will be the first time in the ACC for Notre Dame as this season they are playing within the conference.
Speaking of places to be, mine is my couch. With so many great sports on this week, there's no reason to leave it. From the World Series to the Big Ten coming back this week, and Sunday, the 5-0 battle between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Tennessee Titans. They will do battle in Nashville, and there's no way I'm missing it. And we both are Pitt fans, Nate, so this game between Pitt and Notre Dame is pretty big. Panthers are on a bit of a losing streak, and Notre Dame's having their first conference game.
Yeah, it's a big game this weekend, and it's a must-watch.
Well, for everybody upstairs on the floor, Nate Breisinger and me, Colby Sherwin, thanks for watching RMU Focus. We'll see you next week.